Minnesota working in the zone. In front, a chance here. Phillips took a cross. He scored! Minnesota Frost, back-to-back Walter Cup champions. Liz Schepers with your Walter Cup winning goal in overtime for the Minnesota Frost, your PWHL champions in 2025.
Olympic and world champion in women's hockey and co-host of the Jocks and Jills podcast, here to lead our Ilana Kloss Playoff MVP Award and Walter Cup presentations, Tessa Bonham.
Minnesota, look at you. All of y'all still watching women's sports, hey? Who would have thought? Brr, it's cold in here.
Well, welcome in everyone to the Xcel Energy Center, where for the second year in a row, the Minnesota Frost are your Walter Cup champs. Back to back. And guys, we're not going to delay at all when we get started. It was another overtime game. We'll talk about the insane amount of overtime that we saw in this series. But right now we want to start.
I'm far too excited for this. We've been talking about it.
Tessa was so damn good in the post game.
The whole life of Jocks and Jills, we're talking about getting Molly Pannek on the show.
This is the most highly anticipated interview in Jocks and Jill's history. We're having Molly Pannek on and her daughter, Kelly approved.
Come on.
A Walter Cup championship. Welcome in. Kelly, her mom, Molly, sitting on the set right now. If you guys are listening to us via audio, you guys are the first commentary that we have coming off a Walter Cup championship. Kelly, like, how you feeling right now, girl?
Really tired.
Yeah.
Very tired. That game, I'm glad it ended when it did. It felt like the third overtime, but in the first.
Yeah.
So we're good, though. It was good.
Like the gas tank, was it empty coming into this one, or was it like a quarter full? You know, both teams are feeling the same thing.
No, it wasn't bad going into it. It was just like as it went.
Yeah.
It was just definitely harder to like keep the pace going. But I felt like our team as a whole, like our bench and our locker room was just so great about like hyping each other up.
Yeah.
The group coming off the bench, like everyone else on the bench was, you know, giving encouragement and keeping it positive and keeping the energy going, which was huge.
Yeah. And then Molly, you can pull the mic close to you if you want, because how was it keeping the pace for you in the crowd?
It's been a lot of
I know
overtimes.
Section 117 is 2-for-1 drinks. I don't know where I got that information, but how was it for you watching? I mean, as a parent, that's got to be so stressful and totally cool because your daughter got on the board and started the whole thing.
Yeah, no, it was great. It was great, and I have this little routine with Linda Hensley that I get the 2-for-1, and then she walks by, and then I give her a second one, and we've been doing that for now 2 playoffs, and I think it played a part in the victory. I'm not sure.
Oh, 2-for-1s just need
Very
to keep
underrated.
happening.
She's been making up these like drinking superstitions like since college.
You need those.
And then after a while, she's like, okay, that one stopped working, so we gotta like filter through.
Yeah. In college, it was Fireball, and I had 2
But the best part is like she doesn't like you're not a huge drinker. She's always been
I love
like
how you said in college it was Fireball, but now you're too old for that. But you're talking about Kelly's college.
no, my college. Yeah, my college.
Kelly's college.
Kelly's
Kelly's
college.
Yeah, but she was always like when she was around our like team in college, she was like, "Let me teach you guys the lessons here. It's like you start strong and then it's water.
Yep.
Mix in water.
I don't believe that because you and I were at the casino around 2 or 3 a.m. and there was
She
no
was on
waters.
chaperone there.
But to be clear, I was able to stay with it because I was
Oh, you were
doing it
watering.
properly.
You were
Right.
watering on the
Because the
in-between.
worst is if you go too hard and then you have to miss all the fun because you have to go home and go, you got to
FOMO.
You've
FOMO is real.
Then you
You've
get FOMO.
overextended yourself, and now that's
Yeah.
a bad thing.
So what are your plans? I'm just going to assume that you organized the after party for the team, Molly.
I did
no?
not.
Okay.
The beauty of pro sports is that there are no parents involved.
That's fair. Totally fair.
You'll know this after, as your kids get older, you'll be like, when do I not have to be the team mom?
I don't need to rush there by any means. So talk about your goal, Kel. And like, I thought it was great work down low by your team. And what a feed.
Yeah, it was nice, like passing of a shift.
Yeah.
That's something I think that our team, like, again, using our depth, we like tried to focus on is when you can like pass a shift like that. So Heise had a great change. And I was able to come on, Kendall walking off the goal line. I kind of was like, nope, I want to go back that way. Grace got nailed in the corner. And then I saw Claire just go pick up the puck. And I knew right when she got that puck above the goal line that she was just like waiting for me to get open. Like I could just tell based on her eyes, like based on where she was looking and her body language. And like, I think she was coming out of the left corner. So her backhand, and she made it was a great backhand, little like slip pass, kind of got lost around the net and just tried to elevate.
Claire Thompson speaking telepathically. What can't she do?
Yeah.
Surprise, surprise.
Yeah.
No one here is surprised. But then Otto goes ahead and ties it up, and you guys are heading into overtime. In that locker room, were you just like, man, we're here again? Or was it like, okay, we got to finish this in front of our fans?
Honestly, even Venetia on the broadcast sounded a little annoyed, and her team was the team that wanted to go to overtime. She's like, yeah, we're going to overtime again.
Yeah.
Like, is that how you guys are feeling too?
I don't know if we really talked about it. Like, I think everyone has like the understanding, especially those of us that were here last year, of like we can't do the same like bait and switch.
Yeah.
Where it's like we won and then we didn't. So that was a big, I think, just internal thing. And then again, like we're just such a deep team that when whoever's on the ice, you just have like trust in what they're doing. And when you have a fourth line that's playing like they did all playoffs, like what a weapon to have.
Right.
And having Dom back in the lineup like today is huge. And it just allows our team to roll. Like I thought our D played phenomenal.
Speaking of weapons, how about Maddie Rooney? 5-0 in the playoffs.
Yeah. Yeah. She's just such a clutch goaltender, like always has been. Even I think like back in college, like the amount of times that she had like 60 saves in a game to like whether it's steal a game for her team or like win it.
Yeah.
But she just always has been able to show up in the biggest moments. And her and Nicole both, like they're both so calm.
Yeah.
And they're both like, they're so nice to play in front of because when they like mess up, even though goalies don't mess up, when they mess up, they're like, that was me. Like, I'm sorry. And we're like, no, like that's on us.
You got through 5 of us.
Yeah, exactly. And then you were the last line. So, I mean, plays out of her mind. And I thought we did a nice job too of letting her like see a lot of pucks and keeping pretty clean. But then there's always the ones that get through that she has to stick her toe out for. And it's just very much like a confidence building thing.
So what's it like as a mom watching this go into overtime again? Like you don't have any gray hair. How?
Well,
what?
And what was the viewing?
I took a picture with
just to be,
her
our
hairdresser earlier.
hairstylist was here today, so you could ask her about that. She may disagree. Yeah, I was sitting with my sisters. I kind of figured out our son was in town, and so we have 4 tickets together with my daughter, son-in-law, and my husband and I. And so I let him sit with my husband because we realized it's his nervous energy is he kind of starts swearing and like getting angry and like critiquing. And then my nervous energy is I get mad at him. Like he's bugging me the whole time.
Right.
So I decided today, I was like, my sisters are here. And so I said, Billy, you sit with, Todd and Allie and Andy, and I'm going to sit with my sisters. Mm-hmm. So that was kind of fun because I don't really get to do that very often. And so it was just different. It just a whole different energy. And then the people around us were super fun. And, so I kind of was pretty calm, and I wasn't nervous watching all the games. And over the years, I realized, it doesn't matter what I wear. It doesn't matter
but it matters what drinks you buy.
Well,
that matters.
That's just
control the controllables, as I said.
But I felt really calm about it. And I remember watching, and Maddie made some crazy save. And I'm like, yeah, I've seen Maddie play like this before. And I don't think we're going to lose this game. Like,
that one glove save when she came across, was that in the third? Or the second?
I don't know.
Was it an OT? When I was like for sure going in, she got like a ring finger on it. I was like, okay, that's a really hard goalie to beat right now.
Yeah. And then Kelly scored, and I mean, we were freaking out, my sisters and I. We look over, our niece is sitting with us, and she's, just keep in mind, she's like 31. She's like crying. She goes, I don't know why I'm crying. She's like, not an emotional person at all.
I don't know
what's wrong with me.
You made her cry.
And then all the fans around kind of figure out like, oh, are you Kelly's mom? Mm-hmm. So they're all cheering. And then I thought, what does your adrenaline feel like? And how do you play after that? Because I literally needed a nap. Like I was exhausted. I was like, I need to lay down.
That's why I don't score that much.
Oh, that's why you don't score. Okay, well, that's true.
No, you just win every face-off you take. It's fine.
Yeah, not today, but
That's all right.
got to win the good ones, win the ones that matter.
Yeah.
Honestly, I say it all the time on the show, Molly. I've never seen your daughter play a bad hockey game. Like, was consistently drilled into her.
Sweet.
Was consistency drilled into her
Ask
as
my
a
brother.
kid, or
My brother would say, you see me play a bad game.
Yeah.
okay? Oh, so
Brother's in the
the
background
critic in the
right
back.
now.
Yeah, we got the pigeons. There he is. He's got a wicked haircut too, by the way.
Yeah.
Did you get a mullet
is
done?
quite
Did you
the
go to
mullet.
Ottawa and get that mullet done?
Oh, jeez.
He had the mullet, but
No,
he had the mullet
That
before.
was our chant. We're not going.
Yeah, we're not going to Ottawa either.
So they won, and my sister looks at me and she goes, "That just saved you $2,000."
Yeah.
I'm like, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We actually, Kelly's a funny kid because she was like in a squirt. I'm in 3rd grade, and she got in the car after a game, and Todd and I must have started talking to her, and she goes, "I don't want to talk about the games. I know when I don't do good, I don't want to talk about it." And so for the most part, since 3rd grade, we really have said, "Great game," and we don't really talk about it.
Shut that door real quick, did you?
Well, at the end of the
Yeah.
day, like my mom didn't play hockey. My dad played hockey growing up and stuff, and he was like one of my first coaches, right?
Yeah.
But wasn't coaching me once I got to like a competitive level. So I have always been like that kid that
Yeah.
knew, like even when we were like a little kid playing soccer and everyone would go chase the ball like out of bounds, I would be standing there being like, "That's not how you play this."
Right.
So like I knew, and like I think it's been really nice that like I don't have that
Yeah.
those like experiences
Yeah.
of your parents being like critical of you.
Yeah.
But I do know that if I play well, they enjoy it more.
Yeah.
So
Just
They
a,
enjoy it
Yes.
more.
just a
Yeah.
born
it is.
athlete.
It's fun to win. I mean, right? So
Heck
when
yeah.
it's
fun to win.
I don't
Yes.
know. Is it fun to win?
You might know a thing or two
I
about it,
just
eh?
hate losing a lot more than
Yeah.
well, I don't
Is
know
that
if I
what
hate
it
losing
is?
more. I hate to lose.
Yeah.
Like, was that the motivate? Was there pressure? I know there was a ton of pressure on your team going in to win tonight, but it didn't seem like it phased you.
No, I mean I don't think it felt like pressure though, because it's like if we lose, we have another chance.
Yeah.
You guys were so loose before this game.
Yeah.
I heard laughs. Like it was like
High School Musical, I think, at one
Yeah,
point.
we have a great Himlarova, Clara Himlarova. She's our DJ.
Okay.
oh
And
DJ
I was
Himla.
wondering.
Yeah, DJ Himla. She's been killing it. And that's again, like it goes to like our team, like the group of players that we have. Like
Yeah.
we have ones that maybe need to like lock in a little bit more. We have ones that need to stay loose, and it's everyone just is able to like do what they do. And I don't think anyone like feels that it's like stress and pressure, because at the end of the day, like we actually earned our way into playoffs this year by winning
Yep.
at the end of the season. And then knowing that like if we play well, like we're gonna give ourselves like the best chance to win. And at the end of the day, like that's something I think that's so great about Ken as a coach, is he is so like whenever he comes in the locker room after a game, win or lose, like whether we've played our best or haven't, he's like,
Same guy.
Oh yeah, on to the next. Like we have to tighten this up, or hey, we played our best and we played well and we didn't get the win. Whatever it is, he just is so like even keeled about it, which makes it like it just isn't. I think it like feeds through our team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You had probably one of the most iconic pictures in last year's playoffs. So I'm going to let you go get doused in champagne right now and show yourself for another great iconic picture. We'll be waiting for it. Also, Molly, you promised that we would be able to try her beer.
Yes, it's
So-
literally in the car in a cooler. So you'll have to come to the after party, and we'll have to.
Oh, shucks. Twist our arm.
Yeah.
Fine.
I don't know,
will.
you wanna have
Look
a
at
beer
Becky
with
Kellar's
the-
eyes.
you
She's
wanna
raising
have
the
a
wings
beer?
like I'm in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's you.
You want to have a beer with the winning team? Of
course.
I mean,
that
yeah,
might be
I
fun.
do.
Of course.
That might be fun.
Winning beers
Been
are
there,
tasty.
won that herself.
Oh,
Yeah.
look at that.
Like a
That's
champ.
what the
there you
real
go.
motivation was. If you have a beer named that, you better win again,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
my gosh, like is
Well,
that
what's the next one? Been there, won that twice?
X2 for
I
next
don't know.
season?
I got to think about it.
Well,
Again, like I when they proposed that name, I was like, that's like a little on the cocky side. Like usually I'm a pretty under the radar person.
but you have been there and won all of that.
I know, but it's again like that's the pressure of like when you're gonna put that out there, you better keep doing it. Like
Yeah.
everyone after the game the other day was like hyping up the face-offs, and I was like, you guys, that's not like a normal percentage. Like we can't be expecting this. And they're like, no, I'm expecting it. Like, okay, this is again why I stay under the radar.
This is why I don't like to tip anybody off.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you have us fully tipped off here, Kelly. Back-to-back Walter Cup champion. Thank you so much for
Thank
hopping
you.
on with
Molly,
us.
thanks for
Appreciate
stopping
you
by.
guys.
Great job, Mom.
Yes,
We'll see you
this
in the
is
parking
great.
lot for the beverages.
We're celebrating a Minnesota Frost win at the Walter Cup. They win back-to-back championships. We're at the Xcel Energy Center right now in Minnesota. Tessa did such an amazing job handing out the trophy on the ice.
It was fun.
It was really amazing. Liam,
was
my
good.
boyfriend, texted me and said you're like Vince Vaughn hyping up the crowd.
I'm just like a foot and a half shorter than him, I think.
Okay, wait. We have to tell. Let's bring in Becky Kellar first
and
of all.
Buckles, and
And
both of them.
Buckles. Everybody come in. Guys, while they're coming in, could we tell you that I took a photo with the Heise family on the ice after the game? Being on the ice after the Walter Cup is one of the funniest things ever because everyone is human sized. And then there was the Heise family, just this mountain above the rest.
I thought they were on skates. Crazy.
What was that all about?
I'm sorry, but I don't. Can I meet you guys? I've never met you in person.
Hi, Becky Kellar.
I've met you in person.
We need the shaky view.
I've seen you on a
Mike.
split.
Guys, this is Becky's whole body. Usually she comes into the post-game live a little vertical.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
could just see her.
You know why the phone's shaky? Because I don't work out anymore. So when I hold my hand out like this, I start to get the trembly shoulders. I need to go to the gym and start to do some of the
for the Jocks and Jills podcast.
yeah, just so I can hold my phone straight,
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
wobbly.
But I was on the ice and I had walked by the Heise group and I was like, oh, hey, out of curiosity, are you Taylor Heise's family? The brothers were like, what gave it away? I was like, nah.
We're like this,
Yeah.
craned up.
They're so
Excuse me,
sweet
sir.
and kind.
Hey, she had a
honestly.
basketball play on the ice too. You know, they got the height, the
Yeah.
old basketball family. She kept one in at the blue line. Did
She
you do
did.
that?
I saw that.
Oh, that's such a good point.
Down.
So we went to overtime again, fourth game in a row in
Not
the
my
Walter
fault.
Cup finals. You're not taking the blame for this
Thank
one?
you. Not my fault.
No?
I didn't predict this one.
2-1
did.
though, right?
I did.
feel like we
I
all
did.
predicted
I
overtime.
didn't even do
I
that.
did. I said it to you.
You said 2-1?
I was gonna,
Yeah, 2-1 overtime.
Somebody did.
What did we think? And then
Yeah.
someone on the chat said, way to be obvious, Tessa. And I was like, okay. Well,
See how I
jeepers.
feel now? You think you're all glorious. You make a prediction
Yeah.
and people are like, no.
No, I was mostly being
Washed.
funny.
Emily Clark's going to score the first OT winner. So obvious. Yeah. Isn't that what you said to me?
Yeah.
So obvious.
What did you think, Becky, when Ottawa got that late one to tie things up? Like, it was a weird moment because Clark, it kind of looked like she got injured or something a second
Yeah, it
before
did.
that. She dropped her glove. It was late in the game. You're thinking, okay,
Yeah.
this is where Minnesota puts this thing away. And suddenly Vanisheva gets that goal. Beautiful play by Danielle Serdachny.
If anyone, it
Yeah.
was. And if anyone was going to score in that game, it was Vanisheva. She was all over
She
it
was
all
the only
game.
one that was cooking the entire game, I
Yeah.
felt, like
Yeah.
consistently.
Yeah, she was. And she hadn't been all playoffs.
I know.
So-
Well, I felt last game she looked out of sorts a little bit.
Yeah.
But this game I was just like, okay, she's
She's
down.
playing her
She looks
game.
like her. Yeah.
There was a battle in the corner at one point, and it was all the Czechs.
Yeah.
And we were laughing. We're like, over. They're all over it.
They're all over it.
They're all over it. Right? That's awesome.
Yeah.
So funny.
You know who's all over it? Ken Klee. He's here. Buck, you want to give
Uh-oh.
up your chair for?
Can I say the play of the game?
Yes.
Ken Klee on the bench. The overtime goal scored. Everyone celebrates, and he just waits. And he's like, "It's in, right? It's in."
You had to wait for a confirmation?
Yes, I'm gonna get
Well,
confirmation.
Oh, Ken, I didn't even notice that. First of all, congratulations. We got Ken Klee sitting down if you're listening on audio right now.
can move it.
Fresh off his second Walter Cup championship. I didn't notice that, Becky, but that's a great
Yes.
pickup from you. You wanted to wait until it was
Well,
confirmed
yeah,
after
think
last
about
year?
the
We
last
had
time.
unbelievable heartbreak last year, and then we were all celebrating, and all of a sudden I saw Nider over with the ref, and I'm like, wait a minute, and I was right away, let me see the iPad just to see. So I think this year I was like, I want to wait until that ref says we're good, thumbs up, and then I know we're good.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So
You even saw some of the players. One of the girls went to go take her helmets off, and then she was like,
well, they were told not to go, so they were told not to leave the bench in overtime if a goal was scored.
I see,
And
they
of course,
listened well.
yeah, that's out the window. The goal went in, and they went crazy, and I was like, just let them go. It's
Who
fine.
does not flee the bench after overtime?
You got
cannot
it.
I
have
think at that
it.
point.
I got to be
Yeah.
up there with Sophie Jake's dad too. 'Cause
Oh,
he
what
was
a
there
legend.
last year when she scored.
Busted Achilles.
He did. He was on crutches
I
last
jumped
year.
and hugged him, and I almost knocked him over.
Did you?
Yeah, last
Did
year.
you?
Yeah, sorry.
Well, last year I remember when that goal went in. I looked and I turned, and there was no celebration. It was a full parent moment of just like relief. Like he actually was like this, and then he finally was celebrated, and then of course they called it back. So
Yeah.
he had a nice celly up there this year.
How do you compare, Ken, this year's championship team to last year's? The feeling?
It's unreal. I mean, I feel like last year we were a lot healthier, so I felt like, okay, we're able to roll and go, and we can put up numbers. And just this year, to be honest, we're so beat up.
Yeah.
We have shoulders and fractures and knees and hips and backs. And I mean, it's just, they look like a winning team that went through a war, and that's what winning looks like. There are ice bags all over the place. I get a list this long from my trainer every night about every, 10, 12 players. And I'm just like, it's a testament to them. Just, they're all warriors. It's awesome.
We need to know because Kellar and I specifically don't agree on I think you have a formula for your goaltenders. How do you actually go about it? Can you just settle this argument for us right now? Is it just like when you're in?
No, it's not when you're in. It's you play well and do your job, and then we'll, it kind of depends. Playoffs is a little bit different. I think during the regular season, I want them both to feel like they're both 1A, 1B. It doesn't matter which one. In the playoffs, it's a little bit of a different feeling, but I mean, like, Maddie played okay in games, whatever, against Toronto 2 and 3. And then it was like, all right, Nick, you're up. Like, it was, you know what I mean? It wasn't that she was bad, but she wasn't great.
Sharp,
and so it was an easy choice for that one. And then, if we would have had to go back to Ottawa, I can't say that Nicole wouldn't have been back in the net, depending on how today went. We try to always watch the game, rate them, how they were in their game. Like we rank every player, including the goalies. We talk with the goalie coach. Was she a 1.75? Was she a 2? Was she a 3? No one's ever a 4, but that's our ranking system. But and it just works. We try to communicate. They're the biggest supporters of each other, so that makes it
cool.
easy when they're both rooting for each other. Like when I had to tell Nick that Maddie was in, and she was like, okay. And then that was it. But she just knew that, hey, I'm supporting my teammate, and it's awesome. The support and love they have for each other is phenomenal.
Yeah. Was it an easy choice to put Rooney in tonight?
Yeah. I mean, she was so good, right? In the last game, and she was dialed in tonight.
It was crazy.
Early on, like it was not what the game looked like in, overtimes 1, 2, and almost 3, like where it was chances were few and far between. And it was, tonight, the first period, both teams were flying back and forth. I mean, I was like, this is going to be a 6-5 shootout, you just think, but both goalies played great and it just, it's just the way it was.
Yeah. The crowd showed some serious respect for Gwyneth Phillips when she won playoff MVP. Just talk about, you're the opposing goaltender that you got to play against. And what was your strategy coming up against a Tendy that was so hot?
Yeah.
Like, what are you telling your players? Like, how do you make sure your players don't become so frustrated running into someone like
There
that?
was such a good moment of Kendall on the bench after she got the toe out. Gwen got the toe out on her that one time. Just a slow-mo of Kendall being like, what
is
on
happening?
earth?
Yeah. It's tough, but it's, she was awesome. I think, kudos to her. She went in, she was definitely the number 2. And then obviously Mash got hurt, and then she becomes number 1. And then right away we're like, Ottawa's probably in trouble then. I think all of us assumed. And, Gwen, she stood up. She was unbelievable. You don't play, like we look at analytics and all those things. You guys probably do as well. But when you outchance a team 2-1, and it's still overtime after overtime after overtime. And I feel like 3 out of the 4 games we outchanced them 2-1, but it didn't matter because she was just that good. So to me, it's awesome that she got the MVP. It's super awesome that our fans all stayed and saluted her and cheered. Obviously they would have loved to see Maddie Rooney get it, but that's okay. Like, it was just a super class. To me, that's what our league is all about, cheering for just these ladies and how awesome they are.
What was your message to the team before overtime? And I'm not sure if you've had a chance to address them after the win, but what will it be?
I haven't addressed them all. They're going to go crazy in the locker room, and I'll be long away from the champagne and, and the goggles. It looks like Dexter in there right now with all the sheening up. But yeah, no, I told him 4 overtime, hey, this is where we belong. Like, this is the way this series is playing. And I always tell them, like, hey, we're going to play the game that's in front of us and how we have to play it. And it's awesome. So, we were right where we needed to be. And obviously blue line stood up, and Liz monster goal. And there we go.
Liz Schepers.
I feel I need to give my seat to an overtime goal winner. Can
because
I
want
move?
you to talk. Yeah,
This is
hop up,
perfect.
let her in.
Becky, thank you so much. We got Liz Schepers walking in,
Go Bucks.
fresh off, an
OH.
incredible overtime winner, secures the Walter Cup for her team. Liz, I want to ask you first about a little off-ice moment that you have. I was standing right at the Zamboni door when your wife was waiting for you. Fiance?
Girlfriend.
Oh my God. I just
Careful.
rushed the relationship really awkwardly. What was that moment like?
It was surreal. The support that I have from my family and Michaela is unbelievable. Been through every up and down this season with them, and it's a celebration for them too, and an accomplishment for them as well. So that was fun. But I did have to give her my championship towel.
I saw that.
Take care of that.
She was wiping her tears
So
with
we
her
have a party to
championship
get
towel.
to.
Sobbing.
No crying in hockey.
No, not yet.
Ken, can you talk about Liz and her line and what they contributed and to this win overall the both series that you took care of so far this year?
we preach it all the time, how important every single player on our team is. And though they don't get the minutes that some other players get or power play time, they know they're important. They know their minute, whatever minutes they get, they know we need them to be at their best. And we know we're counting on them, not just to kill time. We need them to contribute. We need them to score. We need them to play good, responsible defense, be good in all areas. So, kudos to her and her line mates. And obviously Liz was an absolute beast. And especially in these last few games where she was just like, I'm taking over here. Nothing bad's going to happen when I'm on the ice, and we're going to make sure we get it in and we go to work. And it was awesome.
Lines like that, do they make coaching easy?
It's great. You can put them out whenever and just say, hey, get out there. Yep. It's hard. As a coach, I know some coaches try to shorten their bench quickly, and I'm like, we're not shortening our bench. These guys work hard every day. They put in the time. They can play. They're going to make plays for us. They know it. They know we believe in them. They know their teammates believe in them. It's awesome.
What's it like playing for a coach like that?
Yeah, it means a lot. To have a staff that trusts their fourth line in big moments and in overtimes, it gives us confidence.
I say it's an OT. That's huge.
Yeah. And it was the same in the 3 overtime game. Like, we're still getting regular shifts and can still go out there and contribute more than just, like you said, killing time or, punting, right?
Yeah, not just punting,
we can go out there and work and be really hard to play against, which is always our goal. And then being able to produce and contribute on top of that is what you need in the playoffs. So, it means a lot.
Where does that type of goal rank on any goal that you've scored in your entire career?
Yeah, that might top it.
Nice.
Yeah, it was, great work again from my line mates below the goal line, just making life hard. And I was able to get lost a little bit and find it, but I haven't had a chance to watch it back. I think that's what happened. So.
I haven't seen it either. I'm not sure. I just saw it go in and the bench all leave, and I was like staring at the refs, like making sure it was going to be a good goal.
Yeah, we're not going to get burned on that again, right? So,
no.
But it's really special. And to do it at home is just that, times 10. So yeah, it's pretty surreal.
Was that important to you guys, getting it at home this year?
Yeah, absolutely. We had a little taste of it last year. And then had to go back on the road, and we're like, we're doing this here. We're doing it the right way. And we're giving our, amazing 11,000 fans that were here today a reason to go crazy.
What was it like playing in front of them? Because when you watch it on TV, and I mentioned it on the broadcast, it doesn't seem as loud on the broadcast. But the second we all walked in, we were like, holy, it is really loud in here. Like, your fans, it's really purple. Like, there's a lot of jerseys sold here.
It's great energy. Yeah.
And
you can feel it when you walk in. When I went on the bench for warm up, I was like, okay, it's a different feel. Like,
it was something.
When they come out like that, it's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So what's it like for you guys? Like, do you feel that love consistently throughout the season?
Yeah, absolutely. Whether it's the 11,000 tonight or, we've had some nights where it's maybe 3,000-4,000. Either way, it's passionate, smart hockey fans.
That's it too, eh?
Yeah, they know, and you can feel it. Like, they were ready to explode all night because we were getting so many chances and so many looks, and they know the magnitude of the game, and so it means a lot, and it's a ton of fun.
They were so stoked that you guys wanted it in front of them. Like, I could have gone out there and been like, "Hey guys," and everyone would have been like, "Ah."
They were so excited.
Like, I didn't have to say anything great. It was just like, I could have been a one-word answer type of thing. But
that was great.
Could you feel, like, obviously when you score, you realize the magnitude of your goal and what it actually means, but could you feel the roof actually pop off in the place, or was it just a moment with you and your teammates solely for you?
Yeah, I can't say I remember it's on, to be honest, but you can feel it all game. Again, with every chance we had, they were up on the edge of their seat, and you just imagine what it's like when you actually do put it in and how crazy they're going to go, and that was a huge motivating factor for us.
Yeah. Last year it was win one game.
Yeah.
This year?
Same message, you know what I mean? Like, we had to take it one at a time from, with a week left in the regular season, right? Yeah. So that's when we do best, when we focus on one at a time with feeling like our back's against the wall, and it brings out the best in us.
When you just made the playoffs, were you just like, all right, cool, we're here now, I know, like, we're good now? Was that it? Or was it like, all right, we got a lot of work to do to sharpen some things up? Like, did you feel like your team was playoff ready when you knew you made it?
Our last 2 games, we really stepped up.
Yeah.
And even the game before that, it was a 1-0 game against New York, and we played well. We just couldn't score.
Yeah.
And, you run into hot goaltenders, but I really did feel like when we, after the World Championship break, especially the game in Ottawa, obviously the game in Boston, we came out storming. It was, I was like, okay, we're here and we're ready to go. Like,
nice. We're
not just happy to be here. We want to go. Like, we know what it feels like to win. That's where we're headed.
Nice.
And here you are, Walter Cup champs, back to back, guys.
Back to back, no big deal, right?
Sounds
Liz?
pretty good.
There you go.
That's pretty good. We'll let you get back to your celebration now. Liz Schepers, Ken Klee, coming off a championship
Congrats.
win. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you,
guys.
guys.
Appreciate
Keep
it.
going. Go design those rings.
Minnesota Frost, guys, back-to-back Walter Cup champions here at the XL Energy Center in Minnesota. They take down the Ottawa Charge
Oh
in
man.
4 games. Did you think we were going to 5?
No, until I literally came back into the room that we're in to get changed into my tuxedo jumpsuit. Thank you,
It
Fitzroy.
was so nice,
Thank
by
you.
the way.
And I'm in the bathroom, and Buckles is a jokester. Buckles, I don't know, she gets it. I would have done the same thing. And the second I got in the bathroom stall to get changed, all I hear is, "Oh yeah, they tied it up, Ottawa." And I was like, F off, Buckles. Like, no, they didn't. And then I come out, I'm like, hey, but did they actually? And it was like, yes. And I was like, did I just get changed for no reason?
It was such a weird moment.
like, am
though.
I wearing high heels for no reason?
Yeah, because like I was saying to Becky, and Buckles, you can come on in here if you want. Emily Clark kind of took this weird play off her hand. She dropped her glove. She looked like she was injured. And at that point, I was sitting right here and I was like, oh, okay, that might be it for the Ottawa Charge. And that was not all the Ottawa Charge had in their
That was
back
seconds
pocket.
before they made that exchange, and Danielle Serdachny had a beautiful feed from below
Really
the goal
happy for
line
her
there.
the way she ended her season. By the way, she had a couple good. I know she hasn't been playing a ton, but when she has been playing, it's
Impactful.
looked good.
Yeah, totally. And it was tough, watching what I thought was cool is when this all came to an end, their team was made aware that Gwyneth Phillips was going to be winning the playoff MVP, and they all chose to stay on the ice for the entirety.
Is that what happened?
Yeah,
That's
the
why they stayed out
entirety of
there?
the celebration. They watched Minnesota. They watched the dog pile. They watched them line up. They watched some of the, I guess, presentation. But I mean, they stuck around for their goalie, and if that doesn't speak volumes, I mean,
Getting emotional.
but seriously,
Yeah.
that means a
Yeah.
lot. Like in the NHL, you saw Connor McDavid didn't even come out and get his award. And meanwhile, this whole team is there backing their goalie because they know they were in this position with an opportunity to push a game 5, to win the Walter Cup in front of their home fans, in large thanks to Gwyneth Phillips. And like what a role model, what a player. I feel like what a teammate. If you could draw up, the ideal tendy, I think Gwyneth is it, because she didn't piss and moan for a second when she was a backup goalie. And the second her number was called when MASH went down, it was just like, I got you guys, it's okay. And it's been steady Eddie ever since. And it's unfortunate this didn't bounce her way, but I feel like for Ottawa and for their fan base, this was your first time making the playoffs. And in all fairness, the season was inconsistent. It was very up and down. And yet they made it to game 4 and an overtime in game 4, an opportunity to push a game 5 in their first ever appearance in the playoffs, coming up against a team that knows exactly what it takes to win this thing.
Oh, they got to be so proud.
And I'm not, this is no pun, but who has been there and done that.
Ayo.
And push them to the brink. And like you talked to, and you heard Ken Klee say, like, my gosh, like at some nights we weren't sure what it was going to take to beat them. And like, that is some serious respect. So yes, it is very unfortunate and heartbreaking that this team couldn't get it done, not only for their fan base, for themselves, for their coaching staff, but for their tendy. But like, there's not a lot to hang your head on, because I say this all the time. This is a ton of experience that they're depositing into their experience bank.
Mhm.
Yep.
Huge.
Yep.
And oh my God, a lot of ladies walking by with
The party's getting started.
The party is
I wanna-
engaged.
But kudos to all of the Ottawa fans. I don't care if I'm still banned. The love that I have for your team right now, and the respect for the effort that they put forth, and night in and night out, overtime after overtime. Oh my gosh. And just hearing Ken Klee talk about his team and how banged up they were, well, it's the same for both sides. The story isn't any
Oh,
different.
yeah.
So these ladies literally putting their bodies on the line for their fan bases and for the crest that they wear in the front. So shout out to you, Ottawa. Shout out to Carla McLeod, Mike Hirschfeld. That was just top-notch coaching, top-notch effort.
Big things are
top-notch team play.
coming. That's all I have to say. I'm not gonna get emotional right now, but just so many good people and players in that locker room in the Charge. And I just know that, like you said, Tessa can deposit that. And
oh baby, get ready for next year because the Charge are coming full force.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you right now.
Well, we'll see how everybody makes out after the
I know, I didn't even want to
expansion
mention it.
Don't even toss that in right
we're
now,
too-
Tessa.
We have like some time before the expansion draft. We got to get our lives figured out because we really had no idea what this week was going to look like.
For sure,
But
we're
we
good.
will talk about the expansion draft without depressing you guys tonight. I was thinking about that though a little bit tonight. Like it not just for Ottawa, like a little bit last dance for both these teams and all the inaugural 6 PWHL teams this season.
Yeah, it'll be interesting, emotional.
You want to get to your factor of the game?
Yeah, we can do it.
Fuel up like an athlete with dietitian approved, fresh, never frozen meals ready to heat and eat in 2 minutes. Factor, heat, eat, compete.
Repeat. Shout out to a major factor in everyone's mood today. Basically, every single person we saw was just like their day was brightened by Buckle's sparkle pants.
Guys, can we get some love in the chat for Buckle Sparkle Pants?
Because they are fancy.
We've also discovered that this is Buckle's thing.
Yeah,
Guys,
I
this
noticed. You never noticed that?
Okay, wait. I
I
unpacked it on the flight today. It's so embarrassing.
No, it's amazing.
But it's my impersonation of a straight girl.
Oh,
And I do
whatever.
it every time I get on. I go,
do I do that?
No, I don't know.
What straight
I'm a
girls
bang
do
thing.
you know other than us
That do this all the time?
Don't know many,
Like,
but
is that flirty? Is that like a flirty?
I can't believe Buckles is out here with her sparkly pants chirping us about being straight girls right now.
girls, let's get into it. Let's get
I
into
love
it.
them.
But
Factor
yeah.
of the game, hands down, Liz Schepers and that fourth line. It just made sense that they locked up the Walter Cup for this team because, like Ken said, they've been a force. And like Liz even said it, like we were getting regular shifts in overtime for a coach to know and trust a fourth line to not even just go out there and eat minutes, which they weren't doing. They were stealing momentum, creating momentum, getting big time goals. Liz Schepers and company, you by far are the factor of the game.
Congratulations,
Boom
overtime
shakalaka.
winner. Factor, heat, eat, compete.
shakalaka.
Canada's #1 ready-to-eat meal delivery service. Clean eating made easy with chef-crafted, dietitian-approved meals from Factor. I can't believe we got Molly Pannek on our podcast.
Can I?
Finally.
Love her.
And the best part is when they're leaving, Kelly goes, "Come on, Mom, let's go. Yeah, let's go."
Because
like
Molly
getting her
was-
coming.
Because Molly was still hanging around. She
Yeah.
wanted to hang around a bit more.
Something else that stood out to me from that interview, though, was Kelly. When she was sitting over there, she was like, "Yeah, we actually won our way into the play. We earned our way into the playoffs this year." Like she's sitting here after winning her second consecutive Walter Cup, still salty about the fact that they lost. What was it? 6 or I don't know what it was.
5 in a
4 or
row?
5 going into the postseason last year. They won a Walter Cup last year too. Still salty about the way they went
I
into
know.
the postseason. I love that. She's such a winner, man.
I was gonna say
She
that's
hates
what
losing.
makes great players so great, right? Like
Yeah.
just not settled and adds more memory to the deposit bank or however you put it, Tessa. But just she's a dog on the bone. We talked about how many dogs are on this team, and oh my gosh, is Pannek ever a dog?
And then she just chugs Buckles' post-game
Yeah, I was
beverage.
like, okay, I don't want my bev.
That
I was
was
gonna
kinda epic.
bring it over here, and I was like, I can't bring it into the shot, but I'll
Haven't
fill
been
that up
sipping
soon.
mine.
It's great.
What a day in Minnesota, though. Like, it was real nice out. We weren't just blowing smoke about the fans also. I don't
love
think
them.
it translated enough on television, but I was blown away by the love in this building.
Also, one of the best fits I saw was the woman in the Tigger costume with the paper towel, the Royale Tiger towel, paper towel, whatever the heck it is. That was so
Such a good
Powered,
one. Such a
powered.
niche PWHL
And
fan
they drove
joke.
from Denver.
Oh my
Drove?
gosh, I didn't hear that.
Well, I don't know. Now that I said drove, that seems a little far, but I swear they
maybe
said
they
that.
drove from the airport.
But they came from Denver. They're both Minnesota natives from Duluth.
Oh,
And
beautiful. Duluth
I
is
know, look
beautiful.
at them just supporting the league. They absolutely adore
I love
Minnesota.
it. They were probably at the Denver game chanting, "We want a team."
Oh,
100%.
Yeah,
and we
keep chanting
want that
Denver.
too.
Keep chanting
We
Denver.
want
We
that too,
honestly
Denver.
love that.
Me too.
Pizza, guys. If you're up late night and you wanna
Order it right
order
now.
some pizza, went to overtime again. It was
Tots.
a PWHL game night. Your last opportunity to use this season.
Yeah.
PWHL or Pizza, extended their free delivery promotion into the Walter Cup Finals. If you guys go on right now, you want to order some pizza,
Yeah.
use code PWHLDEL for online and in-app
And
orders.
I know for a fact Ed is feeling snacky right now.
Oh my
Ed,
gosh.
order the tots. Order the tots. If there's
Liam-
leftover pizza, I'm happy to because I'm coming home tomorrow. I wouldn't mind that.
It'd be so nice to have that right now.
It'd be so thoughtful
Some
and kind, Ed.
wings. Oh, that would be great.
Oh, honey hot wings as well. Add that to the order, sweetheart.
Need it. Get some garlic sauce on the
Dang.
side, guys. If you're ordering pizza, make sure you order pizza if you're in Canada
Can you
tonight.
tell we're hungry and we skipped dinner?
We did. Like, what even day is it?
I'm
Today
like
was
sitting
such
here
a
like
weird
this,
day.
Sounds
We
really
got
nice.
here on time though, and with no real problems, Tess, and we traveled together. The four of us, all four of us as a group came here together, and like we didn't really have any.
You know what that means?
We're gonna have issues
There's
Tomorrow's
gonna
gonna
be trouble.
suck. Someone's missing a flight.
I am.
My flight's at 7:15. There's
So is
no
mine.
way I'm making that bad
No.
boy.
Is it? I
Mine
canceled
too.
mine in the middle of the game, to be honest with
Oh,
you guys.
I gotta do that.
Julia.
I'm driving home to Thunder Bay, guys. I'm going
Okay.
with my parents.
Fair
I
enough.
told the Cava family on the ice too. We were all getting so fired up about it. Yes.
They literally came to me. They're like, "Hi, we love you, but also, where's Julia?" I was like, "Okay, easy."
I love it. Buckles thought I was being dramatic. I'm like, can you take a picture of me and Michaela Cava? It's going to go on the front page of the Chronicle Journal in Thunder Bay.
I like took 17. I was like,
decided.
I don't know which one's gonna make it, but I'll get a good one.
You are now a printed photographer.
Yeah, make sure I get that publishing ad.
I hope you do. What else do we wanted to get into, guys? It goes deep. It doesn't go that deep into overtime. Were we expecting 2 OT? Because I thought we were going 2 when we were that deep into 1.
I did. I think we need to go into our Pizza Double XL moment of the series because I've been thinking about this a lot, and I have my moment of the series, and it was, I think, the moment that everyone's thinking of, and maybe not. It was the triple OT game, and I felt like whoever won that game, the losing team is going to take a little bit more of a swift punch to the gut. And also there was travel following that game, and it's easier winning a game like that and traveling after the recovery. You just feel better. You're a little bit more uplifted. It's more of a thank goodness relief kind of thing. And I was just like, that's going to fall in whoever wins this favor. And Minnesota won that one. And that's when I was just, that's for me, the moment of the series where I was just like, this is it, because that was a bare knuckle boxing match.
The physical toll, but just the mental toll. Like going through all that grit in battle and to come out on the losing end, I don't know. It's really hard to come out of.
Yeah,
for sure.
it's a tough pill to swallow. I mean, it's not saying you can't overcome something like that, but that's a moment that takes a lot of wind out of your sails.
Gives you an edge.
Yeah, definitely. So here we are, guys, celebrating Minnesota's second Walter Cup. They go back to back on ice after the game. Was lots of fun. Oh, you did the little frost. We actually have never done this on the podcast, and Taylor Heise taught it to us one time.
This is an F, apparently, isn't it?
It's an F.
Well, you see how it's
We're
exactly
doing it.
like
Sorry, guys. If you guys are listening
their
on
F.
audio right now, we're making little Fs.
We're trying with
our
our hands.
fingers. It's like being part of the Frost gang, which we kind of are here in Minnesota. Everyone here is so nice, and I'm obsessed with it.
They love us here. We are not banned from Minnesota, I'll tell you that.
It's not even that. People here are kind and they like the podcast, but also like they're just nice. Like I was in the elevator and someone started talking to me and I was like, oh God, I forgot I'm not in Toronto. I don't have to pretend to be on my phone when I'm in the elevator, even if I'm not on my phone.
That Midwest hospitality.
It's serious.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's serious.
But I think we have to give Ottawa their flowers as well.
Yeah.
I know I talked them up big time about the effort and all of that, but in this game specifically, and Ken Klee talked about it in that first period where there were a lot of chances that Maddie Rooney had to face, and kudos to Maddie. But I felt like Ottawa did put up a good fight in this one and threw as much as they could at Maddie Rooney and the Frost, but I did
so
feel
many
like there were
chances, man.
moments sometimes in the second period where I was like, oof, are they running out of steam? And then the third period and even overtime, I was like, were they chugging Red Bulls? Like what?
They look so good to
I
come
was
out in
gonna say,
overtime.
they
I
were
thought for sure they were
OT
winning in
was
They're
overtime.
dominating
wild
OT.
to me. It was just like, guys, last chance. Like, come on, next goal wins. It's kind of like, you know, when you're doing the cardio and your coach is like, hey, last one. And you're like, oh, I do have a little more to give.
Oh, I got a lot more to give.
Yeah.
No, there's something that switched a little bit after the double penalty. There was a
Yeah.
momentum change there, and I don't know exactly what happened. I mean, it could be just lack of gas.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know what happened. They went into like however many OTs this
Yeah.
playoff run,
Too many.
the charge. So yeah, hats off though. What a team. What a battle.
Yeah.
So proud of them.
Yeah. I don't
And-
know. Have we talked enough about
I talked to Carla after I saw her in the hallway when I stole their Gatorade cups. And I just gave her a big hug and I was just like, hey, I'm really proud of you. And she's like, she just pulled back. She's like, man, what a playoff series. Hey, like, wasn't that fun? And I was just like,
So Carla.
yes, that's what I wanted to say to you. But like, I didn't know if you were sad or not, but it was just like, what a great approach. And I don't think this team has a lot to hang their heads on because like they did put their best foot forward in every single game this series. Like, is there a game that we remember where I could say like, oh man, Ottawa didn't really show up? There wasn't.
No.
It was every game.
Yeah. And what can you
Every
really
game.
say when like, I think coming into this, I think it's fair to say people thought Ottawa was a little bit outmatched. For them to take Minnesota to overtime in every single one of these games, that's what I walked by Mike Hirschfield and I was like, hey, Mike, sorry. And he said, what are you going to do? 4 games go to overtime.
Yeah.
It's going to have to go one way or the other in the end. So
There's only one winner in the end, but like, I don't know. Like you said, what a great thing to deposit into the experience bank for next season. No matter where these players end up, this is something that they're all carrying with them, and some of them into new locker rooms, the other one right back into the same one, and you go and take another kick at the can. And I think too, speaks volumes for Minnesota really setting the precedent that it doesn't really matter where you end up. As long as you make the playoffs, you have a really good chance at winning this thing.
That's how equal and tight this league is.
It's so cool.
Truly.
yeah, the
Yeah.
parity is
So fun.
really incredible across the teams. And I think it's just going to get better next year. We add 2 more in the mix. How about that?
Baby.
Getting ahead of myself though. Okay. We let Ken go off about Gwyneth Phillips. I don't know if we've gone off about Gwyneth Phillips. We have quite a bit on the podcast. And of course, guys, Maddie Rooney was so freaking amazing. She won her team a Walter Cup tonight. We will talk about her as well. And
Which is cool
we've
because
given her love.
they have 2 goalies now that have won a Walter Cup.
Oh, amazing. Like,
Right?
what?
And it's just like 5Zs.
They're
You're
so
up.
happy for one another
Tag,
too.
you're
I was
in.
gonna say best friends, just like best teammates.
We'll pick you
Yeah,
up if
pick
your
you up,
car breaks down. That
We
happened
hang
to
out
them
too
last
much.
year. Yeah, we
Yeah.
absolutely do. Gwyneth was so amazing. My heart broke in half for her when that overtime winner went in, but she did so much for this team.
Yeah.
Just like Ken said, like, did anyone think Ottawa was going this deep without their number 1 goalie? I know we said all year, like Ottawa kind of has 2 number 1s, but I don't know if we really fully, deeply, truly believed that until we actually saw Gwyneth Phillips do what she did, like not just in the playoffs, to get Ottawa into the playoffs.
Yeah.
Since, when did MASH go down? Early March? Feb?
It was March, yeah.
It's been a while, and Gwyneth has been
Because it was before
so
Worlds.
good through the whole darn thing.
Yeah.
So shout out to Gwyneth Phillips.
Because MASH went down. Remember, MASH went down. And then I think it was a week later, Debian went down. And you texted me and you're like, who's going to play for Team Canada? And I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Debian, silly. You're like, you're not watching the game. And I was like, I'm not. I got to go home and watch it. I was at hockey, I think.
Yeah.
With the Shirley's girlies. And
girlies.
and then my jaw dropped and hit the floor. And I was thinking, oh my gosh, poor Team Canada. But then I was just like, okay, it's going to be really cool to see these, I put in quotations, backups step up.
Yeah.
Because I don't think Chuli nor Gwyneth obviously play like backups by any means.
No, definitely not. And then Maddie Rooney, who we might try to sneak in here. I know there's a lot of celebrating going. We're trying to grab players kind of as they're going by, guys.
What beauties.
We just saw a couple of them walking by, crushing a beer, enjoying themselves. Hey,
Joss, do you want to come talk for a minute just about it? You don't have to by any means, but if you want to just come talk about your season and your team real quick.
oh guys, Jocelyne Larocque is so nice. She's going to come talk to us for a second.
Doug,
and
you
we've
can stay here, Buck. Joss can
we've
sit right
kind of
here.
ambushed her.
She's putting in the high bun.
Oh,
Guys,
Jocelyne
I've
just
never
made a
taken
comment
these
about
things
Buckles'
off,
pants.
Joss.
The chat has
Thank
also been
you.
loving your pants, Buckles. Before this game ended, Tessa and I were sitting up in the press box and we were watching you and we said like, wow, look at Jocelyne. Like, she's just the best. She's so steady. She never lets anything phase her. Like, can you just reflect a little bit on your year and the craziness and where you sit now after a Walter Cup final?
I mean, craziness definitely describes it. I'm like so appreciative how much Ottawa just like opened myself and Bach up with like open arms. And I was very optimistic about the trade. I like to have I don't know if it's like a mantra, but like I try to think of things happening in your best interest. So I was like, you know what? I got traded. It's in my best interest. I was very optimistic, but like they were just so welcoming and it made me feel really special, and Bach as well. So it's like such an amazing group of girls. And I think anyone that you talk to in Ottawa, like the group was so special and people cared so much about each other. There was, if there were egos, I didn't see it. Like everyone just played for each other. No one cared who scored. Everyone was just so happy for each other. So I've just had so much cherished memories. Like it's been such a great year and I'm proud of our effort. Like you like even in the little reflection that I've done, I'm like, I'm proud, man. Everyone works so hard. So really it's like we did our best.
Joss, I think any team in this league would be stoked to get you, to acquire you. Like when I saw that you got traded, I was like, oh, what a steal for Ottawa. Like that was my thing. How have you kept your game so freaking consistent? Like, look, I said to Julia when she was talking about we were up there, I was like, her game doesn't waver. She only gets better or stays so consistently consistent.
Well, I appreciate that. I mean, I just love this game so much. So I love to compete. And I think that's what has really helped me is I'm a competitor. I make sure I take care of my body and I just have a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So I compete hard and have fun. And I kind of just try to be in the moment. Like I don't think too much about the future, about the past. If I make a mistake, I'm like, you know what? That's why I have teammates on the ice with me.
Yeah.
And that's why I have a goalie like Gwen behind me. So I just try to just always stay in the moment, compete hard and have fun.
Yeah, what's it like to see a kid like Gwen come up and do what she did?
How
Thanks.
incredible. You know what? It's like I knew she was a good goalie. Like especially when I first came on the team, I didn't know her that much before I came to Ottawa. But like practicing with her, I'm like, dude, she's so good. Like so good. And so this has been only a little bit surprising.
Can you talk to the Ottawa fan base? I mean, Gabby, get in here too.
Yeah,
come on in, girl.
Gabby, guys, there's a lot of Ottawa fans. Alexa Vasco just ran. She beelined out of the room. Have to call her out.
Oh,
there's a lot of love for Ottawa in the chat.
Let's talk about that Ottawa fan base and like what it was like playing for them in the playoffs. Like that, I mean, I feel like your place pops off regardless, but that first playoff game, like take me there.
They're insane. I did like you can't even hear yourself think. The coaches try to tell you stuff and you're like,
You're just nodding.
I don't know what you're saying, but I'm gonna say okay.
Yeah.
They're just crazy. They actually they fuel us time and time again.
What did they add to your playoff run?
Us. Like just being at home for the start of the playoffs and having them behind us. It was just unreal. They seriously fuel us when we're at our lows. They nonstop cheering. It's insane. They're amazing. Your group has so much fun together. And I feel like you guys sitting here right now with us after what I'm sure is a heartbreaking loss, like speaks to how light you guys keep things and how much you love one another. I think. Can you just talk about the group a little bit, Gabby? Yeah.
Are you going to get emotional?
No,
it's okay. Buckles was
emotional. We can all sit here and be emotional together. They're just, this group is unbelievable. Like the stuff we've gone through this year as a group. And to come out where we did is just unbelievable. And it just speaks volumes of the people that we have in that locker room. And the saddest part is that we don't know what next year will hold. And I think that's the hardest part is knowing this group probably won't be together. And that's the hardest part is we just love each other. And it's tough losing, but at the end of the day, it's because this group won't be together again. So that's the hard part, but.
Was there a message or a moment in the locker room after for you ladies that will stick with you? You don't have to share it if you don't want. If it's private, it's private. Tell me to go take a hike. But was there a moment with all you, maybe a message from Carla or from your captain and Brianne Jenner, maybe yourself?
I mean, I think our group hug was pretty special.
Yeah.
All the players, we just after quite a bit of silence, we just all brought it in and had a last group hug and just talked about how much we're going to cherish being teammates. Because it was something really special. And I've been on a lot of teams, and this is an incredibly special group.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That was a really special run, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was so cool.
I hope you understand how awesome that was for all of you.
Yeah.
I mean, as much as it hurt, I'm not taking away any of the hurt because the hurt just means you care a lot. And if it didn't hurt, I'd be worried about you. So I just hope you realize how much joy you brought to the Ottawa region and a lot of PWHL fans. Your first playoff run, you brought it to Game 4 overtime.
Overtime in every game.
Overtime.
How's the bods actually, guys, before we let you go? I don't know yet.
Yeah.
Can't feel anything? I don't know yet.
Figure it out tomorrow.
Yeah, that's a tomorrow issue. Okay, guys, go get some beers in you.
All right.
We appreciate
you guys.
you guys are the best. What a team and what a run, man. Who could have expected this from Ottawa? They were just on the brink of making the playoffs. They were without their starting goalie. You're right. They deserve to feel so proud of this run. It was truly something incredible.
No doubt. A solid second season, I would say, in the PWHL. Shout out to all the fans for making it what it is, because you heard Gabby say, I asked, what did they add? They added everything. It was us. They made us us. And that's just not, Ottawa and their fans. That's every fan base we go to. It is so cool and so fun. So thank you to everyone who buys tickets, who shows up to the game, who cares to comment on all of the tweets, Instagram, and TikToks. Thank you to everyone who's an influencer out there, doing stuff for the P-Dub. We love you guys. And I think that season 3 is definitely going to be, the end of this season is going to be filled with drama. And season 3.
Oh my God, we got drama to come.
It's going to be spicy.
We got drama to come.
Put your seatbelt on because
buckle up.
Buckle up.
Oh.
Add it to the merch
Do we have
shop.
a new seggy?
Guys, you need to buckle up because somebody's coming right now. Actually, it might be 2 people.
Oh my gosh, we got 2 people coming in. Right now we have Grace Zumwinkle and Taylor Heise coming in the room. They've got beers, they've got snacks. Tessa's putting on her black cat golden retriever shirt. Heise, come on in here.
I smell like beer, but it's okay.
Hi guys. It's okay. Welcome in.
Is that a sponsor or no?
No, they're good. Molson's all good. We got them in Gato
Why you have
cups.
that turn-in? I'm not even a beer
Hey
girl.
guys, you guys are back to back Walter Cup champions. How does it feel?
Great. Wonderful. The celebration's
to do
always
it, yeah.
better.
To do it at home has been awesome. But
Yeah, I was going to say, how does this compare?
10 times better.
yeah, I would agree. Obviously, the first one's special, but to do it again, it's not a fluke. So if people were to say that the first time, now they can't say it again.
Did you feel that way?
A little bit. I feel like obviously Golden Retriever's not gonna say that. I'll say it. Just like
Cheers to that.
obviously.
Cheers to that.
I'm a
Cheers.
golden retriever.
Cheers.
I'm a golden retriever
What's in that
too.
Gatorade
Cheers.
cup?
I'm a
I
black
just think
cat.
like you can say anytime you win one time is a fluke. I think the second time you do it, and there's a lot of things to say, I think you can't really say anything anymore.
So do you guys feel like you own the title of a dynasty, the first ever dynasty in the PWHL?
I think it's too new for that.
Too new, you think?
We'll start it off, maybe. Yeah.
But we can start it.
A mini dynasty?
I think before things expand and when, everything was so new and you had all the talent in one little area and 6 teams, I think you could say that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Guys,
Yeah.
tell us about all the overtimes.
Oh,
like, you guys are up 1-0.
Are you okay?
How much did you not
With the
want to go to
OTs?
overtime tonight? Like, how much did you not want to do that?
I would love to not, but I think for us, we said in the locker room, we're like, this is our game. We got to do it. So regardless if it was 6 overtimes that we won.
No,
I
6
think-
is pushing it.
Right. But you would still be able, we'd still be
would
going.
still
We'd still
be
be
out
doing
there,
it.
but
I think
yes.
we looked fresh. We rolled all our lines and it's a testament to our depth that we had our 4th line out there scoring 3 or 4 times.
I see you drag some Cheez-Its in here. Were those your overtime, like in between all of the overtimes snack? Is that your go-to? Or like, what were you guys eating? Were there Red Bulls flowing?
I forgot my
Literally
Red Bull today.
applesauce.
Yeah.
Applesauce.
Our
Oh,
trainers
someone else said
feed
that.
us applesauce and then the waffles.
Oh,
the
yeah.
stingers, the
The
stinger
stingers, yeah.
waffles.
Those
Yeah.
are tasty.
They're running
Yeah.
around
Those are
trying
like
to
treats.
give people some. They're
Yeah,
good.
they're actually
Nice.
a lot of calories.
But we said, I don't want to see chicken, a chicken breast,
Noodles.
a waffle, noodle, or rice for the next 2 months. It's a liquid diet for now.
there was
Okay.
tears coming when you saw noodles or chicken on
Yeah.
the plate.
You had to smell like a brownie and then take a bite of your chicken.
That's a good trick.
That is so funny.
My gosh. Let's talk about this game, how it started, first of all, because I felt like it was like back and forth, big chances. What's it like playing against a goalie like Gwyneth Phillips, but then also knowing you got a Maddie Rooney behind you as well? Like, is playing against Gwyn so frustrating?
It's a little bit frustrating, but obviously we've played with her before and playing against her, obviously you would rather play with her on the USA stage. But I think here, like, someone's going to crack. You have Maddie back there and she was doing all she could. And when we had Nick back there too, she did everything she could. So I think our dynamic duo of those two deserve a lot of props and they did so well. But it is hard when Gwen's been stopping all the crazy ones.
The highlight reel save she had though, I was
Maddie,
like,
the
man.
glove?
Yeah.
Okay, out of her face. I was like, remember, I'm like, we have to clip this. They need to show the replay. And they showed it, thank God, like 3 times on 3 different angles. But like, when you saw her make that save, were you guys like, okay.
We're like, she's got this.
Yeah, like
And I
no
think
matter
it
what, we're going to
proves
win.
We had like half the team sitting on the bench when there'd be like a 3-on-2 coming down and no one would stand up. And that's when you have the full props of your entire bench behind you. And I think it was last game too. She like flew across the other side and came down with her glove and she's been doing great. But yeah, she had the vibe and she took it. So
Vibe.
Yeah,
We
good
love her.
vibe. Good, the Maddie vibes.
Everybody's chirping how short I am in the chat right now. Screw you guys.
Oh,
I'm
Julia took a picture with your entire family.
And then my boyfriend's family's too like up here as well.
tall too.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
crazy.
Your one brother is the tallest.
My youngest is 6'9.5".
I know. I called him the highest of Heises. He's like the
That's
HIGHZ.
hilarious.
When we take pictures, they know I get the middle or the left side, so it's like this. like an M.
And they're great people.
Know
Like,
your role.
what a cool
Know your
fan, man.
role.
They're so chill. When you guys found out you were going to be playing Ottawa in the finals, was it kind of like, oh man, we know what we're up for because you saw the fight that they put up against Montreal, or was it kind of like, okay, I think we can do this?
I mean, like, they gave Montreal such a tough run, and we knew that they were going to be physical and come at us hard. And so I think we knew that, like, we had to bring our best to compete with them. And, like, certainly the 4 overtimes don't lie with that.
Yeah.
But they are a very tough team.
Yeah, and taking it like we had to win our last 2 games in regulation. Like, that's not easy.
Yeah.
And for us, obviously, we didn't want that last game to be our last game. So I think coming into that, we had the momentum and we were ready to take on whoever. It was just going to be who that was. If it was Montreal, it'd be a little bit more skilled, back that up a little bit. And then when we figured out it was Ottawa, I think you just had to take it one step at a time and knew, like, get your bodies ready because they're going to come after you and do everything they can to slow you down. And I think we have the people on our team to match that force. And I think that's what we did. So.
Yeah, Ken was saying you guys are pretty beat up. Like, you guys feel like a championship team with how much
Yeah, like
war
you
you
see
guys
the
went
press
through
release from like the NHL teams with like laundry list of injuries.
After the game.
Same.
Yeah,
That's how you guys are like?
same.
Yeah, we have like shoulders.
I was talking to Sophie Jake. She's like, I am beat up.
She's been getting shot up in the best way with
I know.
lidocaine.
So she was saying, she was like, yeah, I was like, oh, that's why you weren't out there in that overtime win, the last overtime win.
Grace
I
has
get it.
stitches behind her ear.
What?
Behind your
Yeah.
ear?
Let's see. Stop.
Someone's
How
stick
many?
got up there.
Oh.
Oh my gosh,
Well,
she's
it
got
happened
symptoms,
in
guys.
the game
I
last
didn't
game.
see blood.
No, like I came back to the bench and Kendall's like, some blood. It was like all over my neck, and I was like, so they quickly like glued it together in between the third overtime and then stitches after.
Mm-hmm.
What
But
happened?
that's
The
minor.
stick?
The glue burn.
Yes,
I heard glue burns real
Yes.
bad. Yikes.
Yeah, it's
weird. Is there
it's a lot.
no damage to your ear or anything?
I don't know. Nothing.
I
on
was
the
like,
face.
oh my God,
Nothing
your
on the
earring
face.
got it. I just randomly went to Claire's the other day and got my thirds done. So I was like, you know,
Nothing
I kinda
on the
thought
face,
that it was
nothing
an
on the
earring, but she
face.
doesn't have them done.
No,
so.
you're going to Claire's in the middle of the finals.
Okay, so I was trying to FaceTime Zum, but she didn't answer me. I go, F it,
I was
I'm
on
going.
D&D for the day.
She was on Do Not Disturb, but yeah, I was shopping and I was like, you know what? This curling Claire's look pretty cool. So I was like, I'm gonna let you do pierce my ears. So that's what I did.
What games was that between?
I think it was in the middle of the Toronto series. I'm not sure.
Oh my God.
I couldn't sleep on my
No,
right
and then
side.
I looked at my phone and I had 2 missed calls and I was like, something must really be important.
and I
She's like, just-
FaceTimed her and I showed her and I go, look. I've been wanting to do
Is
them
it
for a
one
while.
side or both sides?
Both
These-
sides.
But now you
For
have to
sure
sleep
both.
on your back for the whole
Yeah, I sleep on
finals?
my back. It's fine. It's whatever.
You do the mouth tape thing?
I tried it. I must throw it off in the middle of the night or like pull it off because
So
it
do
always
I.
ends up either on the back of my
Bed?
headboard or like on the floor.
Yeah. Was there anything else that happened funny behind the scenes in the finals that we should know about in this
In the
post-game
finals?
confessional?
Or anything, the
end-
entire
or
playoffs.
Trying to
season?
think.
Travel?
Oh God. I don't know
You
if we
didn't
want
have to get up for
put
that
on
6
blast.
a.m. after Toronto, so
No,
bonus.
but we heard that if we would have had to go back to Ottawa, we would have had to get on like a morning flight, and then they couldn't get us a hotel, so our hotel would have been an hour and a half away because the King's going or
the
King's
King
gonna
of
be in Ottawa.
England is going
Oh,
to Ottawa.
So we had to stay an hour and a half away, and
because
then
of Charles? Charles
Yeah.
takes president over you
I
guys?
guess
That's crap.
Yeah. And then on the way
Maybe we
back, if
could've
we went
convinced him
like
to come
after
to
the
the
game,
game.
it was at 6 a.m, but in Montreal, so we would have had to
But hey,
drive
we're
to
not there.
Montreal.
We're not there.
So we're not there, so it's fine.
But we're here. We're in Minnesota.
Yeah.
You guys are
I
back-to-back
don't
Walter
think
Cup champs.
anything else happened. That was fun.
Yo, your fans are raucous.
Yeah.
They're awesome. There were so many signs out there.
They were good
I
ones.
couldn't even.
What was the total attendance?
I think it's at
11 something.
11,000.
That's good.
It felt like 14.
Yeah.
Like
felt
it was
loud.
Yeah,
loud.
what,
so?
18?
It did. It felt like 14.
Yeah, it
Oh,
felt
really?
like a
It
lot
felt-
more than that.
It was a heavy sounding crowd. Like
Minnesota
they were.
proud.
They know hockey. You
Yeah.
guys
State
know
of
hockey.
hockey.
and I
know,
respect
for
them
reasons.
for not booing Gwen. She had a great,
Yes.
obviously a great
Oh,
end
yeah.
to the playoffs.
Shout out to all the Minnesota fans that chanted Phillips when she won the MVP. I know
100%.
originally when the trophy came out on the ice and they were all chanting "Roo," and then it was like, okay, well, and I had already known who won, and I was like, uh-oh, how's this gonna go over? And then with pure class, and
So
they
classy,
understand
so
that
Because
no one.
Minnesota nice. It's
Yeah.
a
But we
thing.
also, I can't say the same. Ottawa did boo us the entire game when we were there, and we're throwing stuff. So
That's okay.
I do, have a little resentment
Yes,
about
the
feisty.
that.
Minnesota nice.
It's feisty.
Oh, what else happened? We got sniped in the middle of the street. Me and Grace were walking to the mall, and someone sent us a Facebook message, and I think it's the Red
Scarf Union.
and it's
Oh, we know
Ottawa's. It's Ottawa's.
It was the
chat
worst
on
picture
Facebook,
that could possibly
and it
have been
was
taken of the
horrible.
two of us.
I'm FaceTiming my boyfriend like this, and I got a double chin, and Grace is like, over on the other side's drinking her venti Starbucks, and they're like, "Ew, puke emoji." And we're like, "What?"
No, but the fans stood up for us.
Savage.
No, they
The
stood up
fans,
for
and
us.
they're like, "You can't do them dirty like that."
Oh, that's
And
fair.
the lady
No,
goes,
Red
"Oh, we
Scarf
said hi
Union
to them."
fans.
And we both go, "Absolutely not. We did not see anyone in the street that said hello to us. So you're a liar. The Red Scarf Union, you're a liar."
No, didn't they stick up for you though?
The other ones did.
Black cat behavior on the couch is wild right now.
Check in the chat.
I love
Buckles
it so
up.
Black cat.
Yeah.
I love it
But
so
see,
much.
yeah, people did back us up. They're like, "Barf emoji? That's
like you. I'm
excessive."
just chill.
And we were like, okay.
We don't need to stir the pots.
Oh,
but
you
it's
guys are
good.
so
I
funny.
love stirring the pot.
So the double chin FaceTime and the chugging of a what's your order?
Venti.
Is it as
Let
bad
let
as
'em
who's
have
got
it.
that brutal
Boreen.
order? Abby
Bobo.
Boreen's
I
got
was
a
the one that
she
dropped
gets?
that.
It's
She
like
gets a white, she gets like a normal coffee with a white mocha, but she gets 6 pumps of white mocha.
Gross.
I think that's like 400
Gross.
calories. She said now, she's like, you can't keep telling people that because I have downsized to like 1 or 2.
I don't.
So I think
I don't
she's
believe
okay
that.
now. Yeah, I don't know. She's currently in Punta Cana, so she's
They're living
not
their
drinking
best
coffee
lives.
there. I
living
don't think.
life.
No. What are you guys gonna do after this? Like, what's next?
Is it Tom Reed's?
Yeah.
Tom
Yeah.
Reed's.
Coming?
It's supposed to be 80 this weekend. I don't know. I need some rays.
What is that in
Some rays.
Celsius?
Some rays.
This skin could use a tan.
No, I feel like you're either white or rock lobster. There's no
That
way.
is true,
Yeah.
but
You wear your sunscreen.
yeah,
girl.
I do.
Yeah.
75 SPF.
Yeah. The problem is Grace and I went to Florida together and I ended up being the lobster for some reason. So I don't know.
You thought you had the golden goddess in you,
Yeah, I
and
didn't
meanwhile,
have it. I
Florida
didn't
had
have
its
it.
You did
plans
not
for
come
you.
with a golden glow.
I did not have it. When I got home, I was like, okay, it lasted for a week and then it faded. So we'll see. Now that it's summer, it'll be good. We can get out and about.
Buckles commented, "Who took the picture? This is a safe place."
Just trying to do your work.
For sure.
Got you.
Oh, her name was Julie. Sorry, dropping your name. I don't know her last name.
Shots fired. Shots fired.
We appreciate you for putting us on the
now
map.
you're celeb. You got the paparazzi on you.
Yeah,
now.
and
It is
then
what it
someone
is.
commented, they probably don't feel that. What God, one of them was really good. They're like, yeah, they probably don't get called out on the street at all. So that was good for you to do that.
Meanwhile, you guys are always out and about.
We try to be out and about. We'll get back to it. We're gonna go back to a Lynx game hopefully soon. We love the Lynx. And
Yeah, we saw
they're
you
another
had.
champs. So
Who else was in the crowd today for you guys? What's your soccer team?
Aurora.
Aurora.
Oh, they were here?
Yeah,
the whole
there
team
was
was
like
here.
a whack of them. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
huge. They were having a good time too,
Yeah.
by the way.
Mhm.
I wasn't saying. Oh yeah, last year during your goggle Selly, you guys all waited to. I know, look, you guys all waited for Lee Steckline to come back in. Who was it this year that carried it in?
Hey, Panda the Dream.
K Panda Dream. But it was
That's
Kendall
Kelly
ran
Pannek.
in and was like, don't. 'Cause she didn't want to get sprayed in the face. And then Lee ran in and said, don't. And then Kelly ran in. She already had the goggles on. She was ready to go.
Nice.
That's so Kelly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is very.
Let me be prepared.
She is. She
Yeah.
always is.
What can you guys say about your vet group through the last 2 champions? Like those 3 specifically.
No,
man.
first
like,
of all,
what weapons?
What is Lee Steckline eating?
yeah,
what's up
like,
with Lee
what is her deal?
Steckline?
She needs
Tell
to be
us.
stopped.
She takes her dogs on walk or her dog on a walk. That's all I know. But yeah,
she likes
she's-
Colossal Cafe with the
She does,
pancakes.
yes.
With the pancakes.
Colossal Cafe has a really good biscuit sandwich and pancakes.
That's his free PR for them.
Yeah.
There you go. You guys should
Yeah,
get free pancakes.
she's been unreal sniping from the top of the blue line.
Like
I don't
what?
know.
She's like our minds were blown. We're just like Lee Steckline again. Every time our chat blows up, Lee, and she started your
This is
world
her
champ-
comeback
She
year.
opened the
Yeah.
scoring at
This
the
is her
world
comeback
champs.
year. Literally below she was on the goal line. Like we call her
5-hole.
5-hole Lee. Yeah.
5-hole Lee. Get the
If you
shirts
get
made
her
now.
in forward skills, she's gonna make you look silly.
Wow.
Lee Steckline, ladies
Did you know
and
that
gents.
about her before this year?
In practice, yeah, you would see it.
You would see her. She'd
And you're like,
have a little
wow.
dangle here and
She was
there,
a
and you'd be like,
practice player
wow.
before.
But she's a gamer.
Yeah, she is a gamer.
100% gamer. I'd rather
Yeah.
play with her than against her. I'll tell you that.
I've said that for the day I die. You can't get past her stick in her body. There's no way.
Yeah,
Oh, it's like 15 feet.
it's a rarity. Well, Julia's never doing it.
I'm not.
That's bigger than you could maybe slide under her legs. Like
Yeah,
slide.
just like Mighty Ducks.
Give a
Yeah,
good
didn't
slide.
that happen?
The
Yeah.
flying
I was just
V.
gonna
The
say that.
flying V.
Yeah.
We'll try the flying V and the slide under the legs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ladies, this has been a blast.
You guys are fun,
You're
kind of.
so fun.
Yeah, we'll see you at Tom Reed's.
We need to get our gear off. It smells.
A dirty Shirley
You
will be
honestly don't. I
waiting
was
for
going to
me.
say, I feel like I smell worse than you right
No.
now. Just
I
sitting
think
under these
we
lights.
dumped We have champagne
Champagne,
beer,
that's why.
so that's probably
You guys smell
why.
boozy.
Oh,
for sure.
It's okay. It's first things.
Shaboozy.
Boozy.
wrench.
Zum needs a dirty Shirley.
Shirley. That will
I
be
love
with-
dirty Shirleys. I just had my
Really?
first dirty Shirley last week. I
Your
was screamed.
first one?
I can't believe it either.
Oh, so good.
I was.
We
We
love
love Shirley Temple, so you have to get a dirty Shirley.
Every road trip,
every road
trip, we would start off our road trip going to Chili's and getting a Shirley Temple
at the airport. So if you're ever at the airport with the Minnesota Frost, you can find Grace and I in the Chili's in the back, sitting in the booth.
And you get a dirty Shirley?
No,
No,
Shirley
Shirley
Temple.
Temple.
Just a Shirley. Sorry, didn't
Shirley
mean to
Temple.
blast.
Yeah, no,
No.
Shirley Temple, and it come in a mug, and then
Usually Shirley Temple and some
Is it-
chicken fingers.
every road trip we would start
Yeah.
off that way.
Yep.
And it worked.
We sometimes
Yeah.
recruit others. They'll sometimes come with, but
Nice.
just depends.
All right, I'm in for a couple dirty
Yeah.
Shirleys.
What
Dirty
is that,
Shirleys.
by the way?
Dirty
Shirley
Shirley.
Temple.
Oh my God,
with some
last
vodka.
year.
But
Yeah,
it's Canadians
always
make
come with
Shirley
booze?
Temples differently.
yeah.
Better
If
or
you-
worse?
Well,
Worse
you have
'cause
to
you put
ask
orange
for
juice.
no orange
Oh.
juice.
In
Okay.
America, it's literally Sprite, grenadine, and vodka is a dirty Shirley. And a
Okay.
Shirley Temple is just Sprite and grenadine.
But last year when we
Okay.
won, we came back to Minnesota and we're at Tom Reed's, and this guy like brought us 15 of them.
What?
And this
Nice
random
of him.
dude was like, "Here's 15 dirty Shirleys," and then he lifted up his shirt and he had my signature on his body,
Tattooed, fresh ink.
God.
It was fresh. It's fresh.
Fresh ink.
Like
Like the
bleeding
clear
still, and
thing
I was
was
like,
still
"That's not
on.
right."
Well,
So
good.
I don't know.
That's a real fan.
Yeah.
Hopefully you get another
I have a
trade.
I have a
Maybe he'll be-
photo.
Maybe he'll be back.
Hopefully.
That's scary.
He's
Yeah.
already at Tom Reed's. He heard us say it on here, and he is there with 15 dirty Shirleys.
Sir, make sure you got a couple extras because
Yeah.
we will be
Yes,
attending.
we will be there.
We'll be there.
We've
for
got a
couple
flight to
Shirleys.
miss.
That's good. That's good.
Fine.
We do not, thank God.
Yeah, I know. You guys are lucky. Well, go
I'm
enjoy
so
it.
happy for you guys.
Go get
back,
stinky.
Have some
Thank you,
beers.
ladies.
Enjoy.
Thank you. You guys are the best.
Appreciate you both very much. Two of the best guys, Grace Zumwinkle, Taylor
Yeah.
Heise,
Stop
back to
taking
back.
pictures of them on the
Walter
street.
Cup champs. Guys, if you see them in public, say hi. Let them pose for the photo. They'll be happy to pose for the photo. Just don't snipe them and put it on Facebook. You never know what kind of faces they're making in that moment. It's just
I know.
like scary stuff.
Yeah,
you know?
it's
No, I'm
not
just
nice
kidding.
because it's like taking, like going to talk to someone when they're in mid meal, in mid bite. You're not supposed to do that.
I'm really bad with it.
Yeah, I know.
I'm just a yapper.
But those are the rules. Anyways, we should close this out.
Yeah. Okay, guys. I started to do a little bit of a read before we brought the girls in, and then we started having too much fun. But the 14th annual Princess Margaret Road Hockey to Conquer Cancer is coming up on September 27th at the Vaughan Metropolitan Center. It's a one-day tournament, 1,800 participants, 150 teams. You can play road hockey alongside some of your favorite PWHL players, favorite PWHL scrubs as well. Tessa and I are going to be there. We're going to try to get Buckles in the mix. You could draft us. If you guys want to be a part of the Road Hockey to Conquer Cancer, you could use this discount, PWHL, as the promo code for 50% off your team's registration fee. If you go to roadhockeytoconquercancer.ca and use that promo code, like I said, you'll get 50% off your team's registration fee. While every person has their own reason for playing, we are all on the same mission to create a world free from the fear of cancer.
I just got a text message. So my roommate in college, Krista Scarda, she's from Minnesota. Her family actually started the original cheese curds, like the yellow cheese curds at the Minnesota State Fair. Yeah. And they also own Luigi's Fries. And last year, Kelly Pannek and the Galleys took the Walter Cup to there. And she just messaged me, well, looks like you and the ladies are going to have to come to the Minnesota State Fair with the Walter Cup.
That'd be so fun.
The official invite.
I love the Minnesota State Fair. I used to go every summer when I was a kid.
Never
I got
been.
Deep fried pickle, deep fried bacon on a stick.
It's next level there,
I was
eh?
a bit of a chubby kid, but I had a good time. I had all fun, and that's what matters. There's also this cookie place. Don't laugh. There's this part that serves cookies.
The way you rolled that into conversation is crazy, dude.
There's this place at the Minnesota State Fair that I still have dreams about. It's like Sweet Martha's. They just cookies on cookies on cookies and milk on tap. Could somebody from Minnesota in the chat tap in and tell me?
Milk on tap.
Yeah, you go up to the milk thing. And
Is it like
all
straight to the
cookies
cow?
come out. No, it's not an udder on tap.
No, it
that
needs
would
to
be.
be-
I think there's some ethics issues with that. I don't know. It's
Jackie, cut that out.
It's like we're live. You can't cut it out.
Jackie, kill her, Mike.
Kill it. Kill it.
How heavy is the cup? I think it's like 60 pounds, is it not? 60
I was
or
going to
70
say,
pounds.
people are asking.
Yeah.
I think I'm stuck to this chair right now because
It's so
when you
sticky.
were like, come back, I'm like, I don't know if I want to sit in this chair after. It does smell.
It does smell. I was sitting next to Heise and I was like, she smells kind of good. I kind of want to lean my head on her shoulder, honestly. she didn't even smell bad.
And good night,
her
everybody.
freaking mascara was perfect. I'm like,
Dude.
why is my mascara more ran down than yours is right now? How does that make sense?
You played 4 periods of hockey.
I put this on like at 2:00 and I didn't play a hockey game. I don't understand that at all. Yeah.
This is all we got.
Minnesota won. Back-to-back years, guys. And we made it to Minnesota. Congratulations to the Frost. Congratulations to like everyone involved with the PWHL.
Everyone in the league. Like, I just love I love this league.
Season 2.
I love our viewers. I love our fans. This is just such a love bucket of sports and like good people.
It's weird. Like, you don't usually get love buckets with sports, but
No.
the PWHL is like a sports love bucket.
And I love you, Ed, for ordering pizza and the tots.
He did?
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, that's so good. That is so good.
Yeah.
Guys, we're going to hop off now. We love you all so much. We love you for everything this season. Just like Tessa just said, it's been a crazy year. First year with the PWHL, brought Buckles, Jackie aboard. Like, so much has happened. So
More
much
to
is
come.
going to continue to happen, and we can't wait for y'all to be a part of it. So thank you to our sponsors as well. SharkNinja, proud presenting sponsor of our Jocks and Jills live show. Of course, founding partner of the PWHL, our friends at CCM, our friends at Pizza.
Shout out to CCM. Dale, we love you. Jody, appreciate everything you do.
Everyone
Probably
there.
one of the comfiest unisuits I own. Not going to lie. CCM unisuits are ball. And there's good pockets. Pockets are important.
I'm going to translate. She needs a matching set, like a sweat pant.
Thanks for doing that for me, Buckles.
Everyone knows.
Is,
Everyone
I don't know
knows.
what it is, but it's something. And so are
the
you.
day ones know. The day ones do
Day
know.
ones know. We love you guys so much. Congratulations again to the Minnesota Frost. Back-to-back Walter Cup champions. That's all from us on the 2025 PWHL season. We'll be back for more with expansion and the draft. So stay tuned on Jocks and Jills wherever you find us on social media. We're on X, we're on Instagram, we're on TikTok. We're also on the PWHL's YouTube page. So find all of our episodes there, and we'll see you guys next time.